remember in the group chat, I was like, it looks like something you should be wearing it like when you go to like a retirement home in Miami.
Yes.
Like you'll be like
Yes.
speed walking around the like 70 plus
Yep.
community.
Matching pants, tracksuit, kicking it around the retirement home. Got my lap in, Esther.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 55 of the On the Runs podcast. We are coming to you together.
55.
55.
Wait, do that again. Okay, all right, that just, yeah.
What did I do?
No, you didn't say 55, that's for sure.
55 of the On the Runs podcast. We're together. This is fun.
What's up?
I am one of your hosts, Eric, and this is my co-host, Erika. That's the first time
Have
in
we
55.
ever introduced ourselves?
No, never
That
introduced
felt
ourselves.
really weird to me.
Yeah.
I
Never
know.
again. Never again. We won't do that again. What's up, Eham?
Not much, Newt. No, see, I don't even like that. Newt, you're just Newt.
Hey, thank you for this t-shirt.
Thanks, I only brought it home for you. I didn't make it for you or anything.
You know what it does? You know what the black does?
Slims.
Yeah, it slims me up.
This red isn't doing it. That's why I like this. Anyways.
How was your weekend? It was a beautiful weekend. Jeez. Did anyone do anything this weekend?
A lot of people did things this week.
A lot of people went running.
Yes, a lot of friends I know had a very, very toasty warm run on Sunday. Actually, Saturday too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was very warm.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. A lot of people were out. You were in Maine. You were with Karen.
I was in Maine with Karen and Denise. Well,
That's
Denise
right.
didn't run, but she volunteered.
She was
at my
volunteering.
race. Yeah, Maine Coast.
Nicole, Ron, and Justine, Katie,
Yeah.
and a few others were in Providence.
Two Katies, Katie and Katie.
Yeah, Katie and
Cardulo
Katie.
and Pisani.
Yeah,
were
that's right. Yes,
we're
that's
doing,
exact. I
Providence.
meant that. Yeah, exactly.
Katie squared.
Yeah, Katie squared. And then Dave ran the Ocean State Half Marathon. What a beautiful weekend for all those guys. You got to just feel for the people in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I can't really complain about the heat when Flying Pig was a wet disaster.
So, hey, we need Angela and Patrick to guarantee us beautiful weather for next year's Flying Pig, just like we guaranteed you beautiful weather for the Total Image 10 miler and 10K coming up this Saturday.
You know what? I think I'm comfortable now saying yes, I guarantee you like nice weather because it's in the forecast already. So please don't change. Oh, watch it happen. Watch it happen. Knock on wood somewhere.
So let's talk about your race coming up in a couple weeks.
Couple days. Oof. Well, that's what I spent all weekend doing is prepping for this race. Saturday, all I did was go out shopping for all the stuff that I need to do for the race because the race is coming up on the 13th. So there is still time. But I'm just trying to make sure that I have enough water for everybody. I think it may be a hot day. Just getting snacks and trying to plan out all the stuff I have left to do. Yeah. Saturday, May 13th, 8 a.m. at Arms Park, Manchester.
It's your last chance, guys.
This is the last. Well, they do race day sign up. So just if you decide to show up, we'd love to see you. What did you do this weekend?
So I fixed a lawnmower. Partly, we started to fix it, and then we realized other things were broken, so I'm waiting on Amazon to come in with some parts.
Is that why it's in the back of your truck right now?
Actually, that is exactly why. But it's in the back of the truck, because when I got home late last night, I didn't feel like taking it out, and I was like, I'll drive to work with it in the truck today. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's why the lawnmower's in there.
Interesting.
I went on a 20-mile bike ride.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I got one in during the boys' nap, and I left when they went down for a nap, and I got back before they woke up and took a shower.
Oh,
so I think I
wow.
timed that pretty well.
I appreciate that.
And then I just hung out. We were outside all weekend. It was great. I did something.
What did you do?
Well, we talk about my gamophobia.
Was that your fear of commitment?
Yeah, fear of
Okay, I was like, I forget that actually
I have
means.
some really bad gamophobia right now about Flying Pig next year. I'm like, it's a year away, and you're like about to sign up right now.
Oh, I'm going to sign up. I'm getting the race discounts. I'm going 4-way with cheese, the whole shebang.
So, and I plan on it, but I'm like, I can't commit today. Anyways, I signed up for a race.
What did you sign up for?
I signed up for the Live Free or Try triathlon in August on the 26th, and I'm doing the Olympic distance.
No way.
Yep.
I'm checking my schedule.
August
What do I got
26th.
going on that day?
So here's the story behind it. I told Nicole and Sarah I was going to do the triathlon they signed up for.
That's the one in July,
It's
though,
July,
right?
but
Okay.
I realized it's the day after Ashley's birthday. There's a lot of things. It's like a 7 a.m. start. It's like an hour and a half away. I'm like, I can't do that one. I can get there because I'm going up anyways for the sunrise ascent, which would be the following day.
Yep.
But I'm like, you know what? I found the Live Free or Try, which is like the same family network of there's 3 triathlons. One's the Wolf. That's Nicole and Sarah doing.
Yep.
There's another one coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm thinking about doing it.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the Live Free or Try triathlon on the 26th. So I signed up.
Where did you say this one was, or did you?
It's the swim is in Ossipee Lake.
Okay, so it's local-ish.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half
That's
away.
not bad.
I think I'll take the camper up and just, stay at a campground like a mile away.
There you go.
So
Well, I have the day free for a change, so
Woo-hoo!
looks like
The roles are
I
reversed,
might
guys.
be a good Sherpa for a change.
Well, it's an Olympic distance. It's just
Well, you could still use a cheerleader, right?
yeah, sure. Or maybe someone to ride shotgun in the car, or to drive
that.
me home in case I run into a deer or hit a pothole and break my collarbone like Scott. So
Woof.
yeah.
Okay.
So that was my weekend. Everyone else went running this weekend, and I ran today. It was awful. I only did a mile and a half. So there's this loop I'll do at work. It's like a horseshoe, but you can complete the loop. I typically do the horseshoe and I go around and back. Anyways, I was like, this run sucks. And I cut it short at a mile and a half and before I came here. Then I go back to the work where the locker room is to take a shower. And you know what I realized I forgot?
Everything.
I forgot a towel.
Yeah, that's kind of important.
So I'm taking the paper towels from the one you
did
wave
you
the one you wave your hand from and it comes out and I'm like and I got okay. Guess how many? I estimated it. Guess how many feet of paper towels?
How many feet?
Yeah, how many feet of paper towels I used? I already did the math in my head.
35.
No, you're a little over.
Oh, a little over? 32 feet.
24 feet in my mind because it about 2 feet came out every time you would right, and I did it 12 times. And I split it in half. So I did it 6. I ripped it all off, then 6 more, and about 24 feet of paper towels.
That is not environmentally friendly.
I would probably have not showered. I would have gone home, but I knew I was coming here and going to sit next to you. I've been sitting next to you now for over 2 hours.
On second
you should be
thought.
thankful that I took a shower.
Yes, I am very thankful.
Because I worked out after. My run didn't go so well, but I still worked out and I did my burpees and my crunches.
Good for you.
I've been doing a lot of burpees lately.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I don't.
The
Those
rullet
suck.
has motivated me.
Those are terrible.
And now I have people
I will
like
do literally, well, I shouldn't say literally anything else. But I'll do anything else.
I have
Just,
people like our future guest. When I say future, like in the next few minutes, she's sending me Instagram reels about like, this is how you do a burpee. You get in this position, you come down, and you curl your knees
to a ball.
into a ball, and you lay there. You don't do burpees.
Just to say like fuck burpees.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my sentiment towards those. Those are the worst. But I haven't done anything else today. I'm still like, I guess, sort of recovering from my marathon. But honestly, I did so much walking during that race because you're going to love this story. I almost had 2 code browns.
Yeah, why didn't you? You told us, you were texting us during the race and saying, I'm about to puke and shit my pants. And Katie and I were like, oh no.
It's okay.
And then we were like, you can do it. It's for content.
I was just having a real bad day. It was so hot that I was drinking all of like what I was carrying. So I had a lot of like the high carb sports drink and just trying to not be thirsty anymore. And it totally threw off my stomach. I was like, I can't decide if I want to throw up or shit my pants for lack of a better term. So I wound up finding porta potty, I think mile 11 and a half, and it was all downhill from there. But I picked up a new friend. Her name is Carol. She was wonderful.
Oh, hi, Carol.
Yeah, she definitely, we complained together, but we mostly walked. And so I'm feeling good post marathon just because I did not run the whole thing. It was really, really bad.
I read your post saying like the route you went there for redemption.
Yeah, they changed the course since 2015.
And you're not going to go back. And then I read the name of the marathon. It was the Maine Coast Marathon. And it looked like you barely ran on the coast.
That was another gripe I had about it. I think, so the first like 3.5 miles were on the coast. And then the last, maybe there was like a mile stretch. So it does not live up to its name.
You know what else? Not until like Wednesday or Thursday. I didn't know you were running a marathon this weekend.
I just do so many of them that it just doesn't matter.
I had no clue. I went
by myself. Like Karen was there, but I mean,
I was trying to schedule.
Even bring Brandon.
I was trying to schedule a quick interview for Sunday night. That's another story. And you're like, oh, I don't know. I have to get up really early, and I have a marathon. And I'm like, you're running a marathon on Sunday? What?
Yeah.
Where?
This was just kind of this was a winging it kind of thing. Like I had been signed up for a while. That's why I was signed up for it when we were talking to Patrick because he wanted us to go to Flying Pig. And I was like, oh, I can't. I have something. Yeah. And I don't know. Would I have rather run in the rain versus the
Flying Pig. Those pictures
Insane,
looked,
right?
like.
Kudos to everybody who ran in that. That was some crazy puddle jumping.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would do it. I would still run.
Oh, I would totally do it.
Yeah.
You travel all that way.
You've done it already. I haven't had to do that yet. Scott Black made me run once a training run in like a rain/snowstorm, and we were running in like 6 inches of slush. And I just said at one point, I go, "This is the stupidest run we've ever done." And he's doing like the intervals and everything, and it's like, "All right, pick up now recover." Like this is so stupid. Why are we out here? Let's just do it on a treadmill. Why are we out here doing it?
Honestly, that's how you get the experience, though. You never know what race day is going to throw at you. You're practicing in anything.
But again, I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done. I'm not doing it again. And like clothes were ruined. And in fact, I remember the pants I was wearing, they didn't really wrap around my waist. They were very old. They were very old, like hockey warm-up pants.
Yeah.
They got so heavy from the snow, they were like falling off my hips. So the whole time I'm pulling them back up. So I'm not running bare ass out there. So yeah.
Yeah, that's how you learn what to wear on race
that was
day.
the dumbest run we've ever done, man. I remember the plow going by or the UPS driver and being like, look at these
snow
yahoos.
Or shine, and you just do it, man.
Anyways, let's get to our interview, and then after we can talk about your race coming up.
Yes.
All right. So I hinted Lindsey. We have Lindsey coming on, and also we have
Tara.
They were on a while ago, both of them separately, and talking about, their life and their story, but also Boston was coming up, so they were in Boston. Mm-hmm. They both had 2 completely different Boston experiences, too. So it's kind of like when we had Sarah and Denise on last year, little Boston recap, kind of like that.
Yeah.
So this was a fun one. They're awesome.
They were so much
440
fun.
run crew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, I got to meet, re-meet Holly again. We met Holly, part of the 440 crew.
Yeah, we met we met her at the medal night. You met her again?
Yeah, I saw her at Maine Coast. She seems just as crazy as me. She just ran Boston. She just did this one, and then she's doing like Kentucky. I think she said like next weekend.
Wow,
yes, crazy people.
When are you coming on, Holly?
Right.
Let's hear all about it. Well, let's not hesitate anymore. Let's get to Tara and Lindsey.
Without further ado, here's our friends.
All right, joining us now on the runs is 2 members of the 440 crew. We have our official On the Runs golf coach and our official On the Runs baker, and we're super excited to have you both on and tell us about your Boston Marathon experience. Tara and Lindsey, how you doing?
Awesome.
Awesome. Thanks for having us back.
We're so excited to have you back. You guys are 2 of my favorite people, so anytime we get to talk to you is a good day.
This has been quite the journey just trying to get you both on and scheduling. It's mainly been on my end, but I know you were watching the Bruins games too, Tara. Let's just get out of the way. How disappointed are you right now?
Do we have to talk about it?
Yeah, we do.
Do
We do.
we need to talk
We
about
can't.
it?
We can't
Obviously you do.
hide. We can't hide our emotions.
Just need to bring the pod down immediately.
I gotta say, the game 7, I was like, all right, this is it. We got this. And then my dreams were
I
crushed.
thought we had it the whole time. Even after losing game 5, I'm like, we got this. We got this. And oh my God. Yeah. So
we didn't, in fact, have it.
no, but we were like, oh, we'll record this on Sunday, but if the Bruins lose game 6, we'll have to do it another day. And then they lost. So it's Tuesday night. We're recording. This is going to be great. We got the Bruins out of our system. We're good to go.
Yeah, go Celtics.
And not really basketball fans here. I'm just
I was
kidding.
going to say,
I'm not either.
Eric just stops. Don't bring them up.
Me, I'm not
This is
either.
a
but
hockey.
I'm trying to
This is a
quickly
running
forget the Bruins.
podcast with a tint of hockey. So hey, let's talk about the other great Boston event, the Boston Marathon. That the two of you just ran in. First, congratulations, right, Erika?
Oh, yes. Big congratulations to both of you.
So
Thank you.
let's just keep this to Boston. We had you both on a while ago, and you both told us that you're fundraising and how you got in. Let's just get into pre-Boston. How did your winter training go? Because training in the winter for Boston can be pretty brutal.
So this was like my wheelhouse because, as you guys know, I play golf in the summer. So fall marathons are like out for me because I'm golfing every Saturday and Sunday. So I was like, all right, winter, this is it. So my training was awesome. 18 of the 20 weeks went really great. And I didn't miss anything. I did all my runs. I did all my cross training. My long runs, I did 2 20-mile runs that went like probably as well as they could have gone. And everything was awesome. So the training part went well.
My training was a little different. I was like really doing really well at the beginning of training. I was hitting all of my training runs. I was hitting all of my paces. January, I ran probably my highest mileage ever month, for the month. I think I ran like 225 miles. I was getting out there every day. February, going into February, I was still doing well. And then we bought a house and sort of my focus shifted. Yeah, my focus shifted from training to the whole house buying process, which was like really condensed for us because we weren't planning on buying the house at the time. So everything from like start to finish, from like when we first saw the house to like when we closed on it, was condensed into 1 month. And we had a few.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had like a few times there where we thought we might not be getting the house. So it was like super stressful. And then I had some work stuff too. So going into, February was still pretty good. Then going to like March, my mileage dipped really low. And I was like, I think I'm going to have to adjust my goals because my original goal was to do a sub 4, which I've never done. And I thought based on my January and beginning of February training, I was going to hit it. And I knew by like the 3rd week in March, I just wasn't going to be able to do it. So I just adjusted and went with it. And so I went with my C goal, which was to just beat my time from last year. And I did. So, and I had tons of fun. So I guess we'll get into that after, but yeah. So training it was fun. I had a good time with training, which sounds weird, but it could have gone better.
I got to give you props because I would see pictures and you would be out there running and it's snowing out and you're out there having a blast and I'm on my couch in a robe and a blanket and you won't catch me outside in the snow, not running in it at least.
Yeah, no, it's like my favorite time to run. Summer running is my least favorite. So definitely winter training is great for me.
So you're in your new house right now. That's the backdrop behind you.
Yeah, it is.
You posted a picture of it the other day. It's a beautiful home. I'm really jealous and I wouldn't say jealous. I'm envious of your home. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
A lot of nice
so much.
woodwork there, wood framing and everything. That's nice.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you.
She makes a post the other day that saying like how hard it is to get up and out of bed in the morning and something, or to leave the house, whatever it was. And I go, no, it's hard because you get up and leave at 4 a.m.
Well, honestly, right now, when I meet them, if I can make it, I have to leave my house no later than 4. Like if I'm leaving at 4, I'm usually running late. So it's a little bit of a challenge.
So It's about what?
I still have so much respect for you guys who do that.
Sorry, that's why Tara was like, wait a second, we're starting at 8. It's like past my bedtime.
That's
I know.
right. That's right. My
This is
apologies.
really late for
My
me, guys.
apologies. We'll keep it short. So, how long is the training program? How many weeks?
Mine was so I ran for Mass General Hospital, and we actually had a running program brought to us by Heartbreak Running Company, and we had Coach Dan. So he gave us a intermediate plan or a beginner plan, and it started in, I think it was December 5th. So we did 20 weeks, which was funny because like week 1, your long run was 5 miles maybe, and I was running 10, 11, 12 on my long run, so I was like kind of going backwards. But I did everything from week 1 up to 20. So started in December and right up until taper time is my jam. The long runs, the 20 milers, those were tough. But I was like, oh, thank God I only have 13 today.
Lindsey's getting comfortable.
I'm drinking a seltzer.
Okay.
It sounded like a beer, but no, it's a non-alcoholic. It's a bubbly. And Spencer is also drinking a bubbly. So, he's drinking a polar.
Oh, he's a polar guy.
We're getting wild here.
So
it is a Tuesday, so
I started my training a week after Tara did. So I ended up following one of the training plans on the BEA website. And so they give training plans. They do everything based on what time you want to finish in. So I was following a sub 4. And then, of course, like I said earlier, once I got to the point where I was like, no, this is not going to happen. And I sort of kind of adjusted. But yeah.
Tara, you had kind of teased a little bit that you had 18 weeks of solid training and then it kind of went downhill. Do you want to tell us what happened?
Yeah, so I kind of had a injury that I've been dealing with for, honestly, it's been 4 years. I've had back issues, honestly, since I was 13. And then 4 years ago, I just had like crippling back pain. I finally got an MRI and I had a bulge disc in my L4, L5. And then I woke up on April 1st, April Fool's to me, and I had like massive sciatic pain down my leg. And I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. So long story short, the first 2 weeks of April, I couldn't do anything. I ended up losing feeling in my right heel. I had no feeling from my knee all the way up to my butt. I had calf pain and it was like tremors in my calf and my butt. So I basically don't have feeling in my right leg still. I had an MRI and I have a herniated disc in my L5 S1 and I'm having surgery in a week and a half. So I had to switch up my my Boston Marathon strategy, if you will. I was going for a 4:30. I haven't run a marathon in 16 years and I was just going to do it and have fun, honestly. But I was determined to get to Hopkinton, and if I made it to Boston, it was a miracle, and I hobbled my way along and I did it. So it took me 6 hours and 20 minutes, but I did it.
Tara, I am so proud of you. I saw you coming down the hill from mile 19 and it was just such an emotional moment. I saw you hug Amanda and it made me want to cry. I knew how much pain you were in and just seeing you like that, just so determined to finish this race. It gave me all the feels and you were just so strong and I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. It was awesome to see you guys out there. I kind of was in the zone because it was just mind over matter and it was just a mental battle out there for me, honestly. Mm-hmm. And I heard Eric with his Tara. His voice I was like, wait, I know that voice. And then I heard Erika on her little horn and I was like, oh my God. And then Amanda came out and it was just, you saw me, I was crying, but it was just awesome. And it gave me that little extra all right, you got this. So it was awesome seeing you guys out there.
What a moment that was, because Amanda jumps out onto the course. And earlier I made some joke about it and Erica's like, you better not do it. No, that's a big no. And then Amanda goes out to hug you. Now, granted, you were in the rear a little bit and no one else was around, but I looked at Erika right away and I go, she jumped on the course. You're not going to hit her?
Nope. That was allowed.
Yeah, I think like you said, we were back of the pack. There was nobody really around us. So I'm not saying that it I'm not saying that that's okay to do, but she wasn't running into front in other runners or taking anybody, out. So, and I honestly forgot that she was coming down. I remember she told me a couple weeks prior. So I think like me seeing her and being like, oh my gosh, Amanda. But it was awesome. It was a great moment. I'm glad you guys captured that too.
Oh, I tried to capture everything there. So let's go to the beginning. Let's start with Lindsey. The beginning, you make it to Hopkinton. I can't even say that. Hopkinton. Oh my God, I'm awful. I can't do it.
Hopkinton.
Yeah. Let's go to the beginning. Let's talk about your race day. How is race morning?
It was great. I mean, I was prepared. I ate what I usually eat, which is just like a peanut butter and honey on English muffin and a banana. And I had all my stuff, and I was with a bunch of my friends, and we're just taking the bus up to Hopkinton. And I was with two friends who'd never run Boston before. So it's just like when you're on the bus, it's just like tons of nervous energy, and like it goes back and forth between like lots of talking, and then people are like totally silent. And then it started raining on our way there. And I think that sort of like freaked some people out. There was a lot of people being like, oh my God, I hope it stops raining. I hope it stops raining. Like all that stuff. I was prepared. I knew it was going to rain for some of it. So, it is what it is. We got to Hopkinton, and, we just milled around and got in line for the porta potty like as many times as possible. And, talked to people, took tons of pictures, and then, you're off. You start going, and you're just in a sea of people. And, when you grow up around here and you're down running from Hopkinton to Boston, so many people come down to support you. You see so many people that whether it be other runners or just, people, friends, family, everything. So it makes it very special. And I was running I think I ran like the first 13 or 14 miles with some friends. They were going a little bit too fast for me. So I was like, just you guys take off. I'll do my own thing. It's fine. And I got to the Wellesley cheer tunnel, and I was high-fiving everyone. And it's just, the energy is incredible. And then I dropped my water bottle, and I pick it up, and I keep going, and I'm running along, and I look down, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I was like, my license is gone. My debit card is gone. My credit card is gone. Like the pocket that I had it in was unzipped. And I was like, I must have dropped it. Like it must have come out during going through the cheer tunnel. So now I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then my friends, somehow they caught up with me. I don't know how that happened. They must have stopped to go to the bathroom. So they catch up to me, and I'm a mess at this point. I'm like, oh my gosh, I dropped all this stuff. Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And they're like, let's find a police officer. So I find a police officer. He was like a Rhode Island statey. He couldn't help me. So then we keep going, and I find a Wellesley police officer. I give him all my information. He goes back on his bike, and he's like, I'll go and I'll look for it. And, if I find it, I'll give you a call. I was like, all right, well, it is what it is. So this whole thing like totally just tripped me up and, cost me some time. But I was like, all right, just keep going. And then like 3 miles later, I'm fussing around with something, and I was like, oh, wait a second. I actually moved all of that stuff to a different pocket. And I had it the whole time. So I felt like such a dipshit. Yeah. So then, it was cool. So last year when I ran, I think I wrote my name on the side of my arm, and like no one could see it. But this year, Holly gave me letters to iron onto my shirt, and it was huge. So like that was the coolest part, was just people are screaming your name. I was like, why did I not do this last year? So that made it so much fun. Like, I think I smiled for probably like 25 and a half miles of that run. So yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
Lindsey, tell us who you saw at, like, what was it, mile 14, I believe it was?
Oh yeah, I saw Mrs. Space Cadet.
No way.
Saw Erin. Yeah, so I saw her twice, actually. So I saw her pretty early on, and we took a selfie with her. And then I saw her again. It was right before Heartbreak Hill. I think she was somewhere over there. So that was fun seeing her.
I'm going to need that selfie.
Yeah, I think I posted it, but I'll send it to you.
Yes. Well, no,
she's actually
I found out about that. Yeah, the go ahead.
The TikTok, yeah. I follow her on TikTok, and I'm looking, and then I see the leggings you had on, and I was like, wait a minute, There's Lindsay. So she's in Miss Space
You're
Cadet's
in Miss
TikTok.
Space Cadet's TikTok?
Yeah.
Wow, you're famous. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Wow. What now? Was she running or was she cheering? Because I don't remember hearing
She
about
was
her
cheering.
running. So
So one of her friends was running.
Okay.
So she went to cheer her, and I think I might be remembering this wrong, but I think it was her friend's first marathon. I think her friend raised money for charity.
Yeah, she's
so
not from here. Where's she from again?
she's from Ohio.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Indiana or something like that. One of
Okay.
those. Yeah.
No way. That's so cool. She's a great follow. You're in. So
Yeah,
wait,
she's so
are
much
you
fun.
in her reel or just your legs and socks in her reel?
No, I'm in her reel.
Yes, I can't. I gotta go. What? Where's my phone? Oh,
I'll send it to him.
yeah. Send me the reel.
It's actually the footages of Lindsay taking the selfie while she's on her like screaming. So
Yeah.
it's part of the video. And then there's two other girls in it from Millennium Running. They run by and you can see their Millennium Running singlets.
That's awesome.
So we got some New Hampshire
Yes.
stuff in there, which is cool.
Yeah.
You know who else is in it? We got Maurice the marathoning panda.
He was in hers too.
Him in his
Yeah.
beautiful purple suit. Yep, that same video.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you later.
We
I think they
need
might
Miss
have already.
Space Cadet. Miss Space Cadet, if you're listening, we need you on the pod.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so much fun.
Yes, that would be amazing.
She has her own podcast. Actually, it's pretty good too. She does. So she's experienced in the podcast world. Well, that's so cool. Let's go. Let's go, Tara. What was the beginning experience like for you in Boston on race day?
Pretty similar to Lindsay. So funny part, my charity, Mass General, we had a luxury bus that was taking us to the start. There was no luxury bus. They had us scheduled for a different date. So they got us Ubers from home base and sent us to Boston Commons. And we were like panicking. We're like, oh my God, we're not going to make the last buses.
Who
So
messes up
it was
the
a fun
date?
start to the day. Yeah, I know. And it was
That's-
funny. The girl that was like my coordinator person, she's like, I had a dream last night that the buses didn't show up. So I called them this morning because of this, just to make sure. And sure enough, they didn't, they had the wrong date. So I was like, oh my God, thank God you called. But
Oh no.
but we loaded the buses like everybody else, and the ride over was super long. I was just like, oh my gosh, is this bus ride a school bus? I haven't been on a school bus since I don't know, sophomore year in high school, many moons ago. Super uncomfortable, and it was just like so long, and it was raining, and it was just jam packed. But we got over to Hopkinton, and I went into the high school, hung out there for a little bit, used the bathroom a couple times like Lindsay, and then you just kind of walked over to the start line, and they put you in your corral, and you just kind of waited for the gun. And it was super exciting. Everybody there the energy is just like unreal. Like it's better than a concert. It's just, you're with like-minded people, runners, and everyone's so excited. And it was just hard to, not be happy and smiling. So it was an awesome start. And, it was just the mass crowds of people and just trying to find your way. And the road is so it's a 2-lane road, so it's like jam packed for the first like 2-3 miles while people are trying to find their way. So that part was a little I intervaled it. I ended up intervaling it with Yuma, so it was hard. We had to run a little bit longer for the first time just so we didn't like have people tripping over us, but we were following the rules of the road for the intervalers, and we had our hand up when we were stopping, and we were over to the side, and
What are these
we got a couple
rules?
people
I don't
that
know about
kind of
these
yelled at us.
rules.
Yeah, so if you interval and you're in a race, so an interval, what Yuma does, just a little backtrack. Yuma is one of my friends who I met through She Runs This Town. She is a beautiful soul. She was on the same charity team as me, and she actually went through the home base program, which is for veterans who deal with the invisible wounds of war. So she's a Navy vet, and she intervals, and she was nervous about this race. So I was like, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. Maybe this injury happened, so Yuma needs me, so I'm just going to run with her. So she does 45-30, so she runs for 45 seconds, walks for 30, and that's how she does the entire thing. But once you're running, you run for 45, and like 5 seconds before you stop, you hold your hand up so people know that you're stopping.
Oh, no way.
So somebody doesn't like run right into you. So we did that. We did that for, obviously the majority of the race until we were like the last few on the
and
course.
there's no one behind
and
you
it
had to
wasn't
put the hand
necessary.
up for.
Yeah, exactly.
What was going through
So-
your mind knowing you had the injury? You did all the training. You were in shape for it. You raised all the money. There was no way to defer. So it's do this or don't. What was going through your mind before the race? Like, was there any doubt, or are you like, I have this, it's just going to be slow and maybe a little painful?
Friday, I don't think I've ever cried in the week prior to the Boston Marathon more than I have in my entire life. This is honestly, like, for most people, a once in a lifetime opportunity. And like you said, I raised all this money, and most charities are $10,000. And that's a lot of money. Like, you can get into Chicago, New York for under $2,000. And even that's scary, but $10,000 is a huge commitment. And if you don't raise it, they take it out of your bank account. So this was like kind of my one shot. So for everything to go down like it did was heartbreaking. And I'm like, this is not how I want to run a marathon, but I am very stubborn. And I looked at my physical therapist and I was like, am I going to do any more damage? And he like didn't know what to say to me because he kind of knows my mindset and who I am. And he was like, if this wasn't the Boston Marathon, I would tell you to shut it down. And he's like, but I know that you're going to do what you want to do. And he's like, just be smart. So I actually went down Saturday and ran the 5K. And that was the first time I ran since April 3rd, I think. So it was 2 weeks because I was like, I'm going to try this. And if I can fake it till I make it, we're going to give it a go. So I ended up running the whole 5K with Holly. And I think I did like a 10:30 mile, which I was like, all right, but it hurt like hell. So I was like, all right, we're not running the whole Boston Marathon. We're going to pivot. And like I said, I'm kind of stubborn and I wasn't going to let this, opportunity fall away, and I'm like, if I didn't go, I would have been like, what if? So I'm glad I went, but it just wasn't the Boston Marathon experience that I signed up for. And I will say one more thing. I give so much credit for people that are back of the pack runners because the Wellesley crowd, like all that stuff that Lindsey talks about, we didn't experience that. Like the crowds are thinned out. Granted, it rained a little bit, but people don't stick around for the back of the pack runners. And it was just kind of heartbreaking because they were picking the course up. They ran out of fuel at some stations. At one point, they brought a truck onto the course and asked us to move over the side because they were picking up like the staging and stuff. And it was just like, like, what about us? So, and I know it happens at other races. So just to experience that, it was just kind of eye-opening. And there were people that were even way behind us too. So, and then the nail on the coffin was I didn't get a freaking medal at the end, but that's a whole nother episode.
Yeah, we'll get there. We're gonna touch on that.
Lindsey, what was going through your head when you saw us at mile 19?
One of the more entertaining moments of the day.
In that puddle, I should say.
I was freaking pumped when I saw you guys. It was awesome. I just, obviously, you guys know, like immediately crossed the road, ran over, like gave Eric a huge hug. And then Eric is over to the right of her and like I high five him. And then I was like, come in here, give me a hug. And I just stepped into this like, big, huge puddle. So I was like right in front of you guys. And I was just like, oh shit. Well, I was already so wet. Doesn't really matter. Right. So, but it was definitely good.
When you two saw us, was it a surprise or did you know we were going to be around mile 19?
I knew you guys were going to be somewhere around there. Yeah.
I was surprised.
But it's so hard because it's like you try and coordinate with people that come down to see you. So my dad came down and he was asking me like the best place to see me along the course and also be able to make it back to the finish line so he could see me cross the finish line. So I said Heartbreak Hill. And he just had he tried to take the T. He tried to park at Riverside. There was something going on with the T where it was delayed, and then he got off on the wrong stop and all the stuff. And then he's tracking me, but of course, the tracking is off, enough that if you don't get somewhere like a half an hour before someone's supposed to be there, you're probably going to miss them. So he was at somewhere around Heartbreak Hill, and I had already gone by.
Oh,
so I got to see him at the end though.
Yeah, he was at the finish line for you.
Yeah. But yeah, it was awesome seeing you guys. I thought that's like the perfect place to go and see someone because obviously you're going up, you've already gone over the other two hills and then you're going up Heartbreak. And it's so nice to see people that along that area.
Anything we can do to give you a little boost.
Yeah, fantastic.
Tara kind of talked a little bit about the finish line and the end of the race because she was in the back of the pack, so things are getting torn down. But tell us, because you got to maybe experience it a little differently. Tell us what the finish was like.
Oh, the finish is like, it's unbelievable. Once you turn onto Newberry Street.
I was like, where were you running?
Did I say Newberry? Gosh, don't listen to me.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
We can cut that.
Don't listen to me.
Maybe I was in the wrong marathon.
She took
Boylston
a shortcut
Street.
on Newberry. Maybe a long cut. I don't know.
Boylston.
Thank
you. Yeah, so once you turn onto Boylston, it's just like, it's wild. Just the crowd is so deep on both sides of the road. You know, you've got the grandstands right towards the finish line. And one of my friends that was supposed to be running, she injured herself like a couple of weeks before Boston, and then she couldn't run. But she came down and she got a seat in the grandstands. So I hauled down Boylston Street, and then I look up and I saw her, and like, I have the greatest picture from the race where I'm going like this when I saw her, and I was like, that was the moment I saw you. She's like, no way. I was like, yeah, that was the best thing ever, because it's so hard to try and pick people out, you know, at the finish line because there's so many people. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's a great feeling. Just the cheers and all the noise. It's fun. It's like nothing else.
So what did you guys do post race?
Well, I obviously got home late. My mom went down to cheer me on, which the best part was there was nobody on Boylston when I finished, but all you could hear was my mother, and I love her to death. She will be cheering me on when she's 90 years old. I just heard her screaming my name, and I am like livid. Like, I am all set with this marathon. Like, get me the F off this course. And my mom's like, Tara, yeah, woo. Like, you can hear, I'm like, oh my, that's my mom. And like, I'm going to be 40 next week, and that's my mom.
Happy early birthday.
And I love it. Like, she is the best. And she has a video of it, and she sent it to me, and I'm just like, this is gold. But anyways, we went back to my house. I didn't get home till late, and I couldn't get any food anywhere, and I wanted Chinese food so bad, and the place around my house was closed. And then I opened my fridge, and my lovely boyfriend, God love him, there was a McDonald's bag on the top shelf with a quarter pounder and chicken nuggets and French fries, and I think I ate that in about 30 seconds.
Nice.
So that was like probably the highlight of my day. And then I laid in bed thinking about the race all night and didn't sleep.
How were you with the injury, like the next day or the next couple days post race?
No, honestly, I didn't make it worse. The only thing that my calf, so I had this weird thing happen with my calf. It like seized up on the last run that I ran on to the point where I was limping, and I still have this limp. So that was just a little tight, but I think obviously from doing 26 miles on a leg that didn't want to walk, that is normal. But the next day, the only thing that like really were kind of a little sore were my quads, but I really didn't feel that bad at all, which was amazing. And I actually had to get up the next morning and go to the golf course and coach. So I had to be in top form. So
I was going to say something like, you're just like a hockey player back out there the next day. Just
yeah. Well, speaking of hockey players, me and Bergeron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah. He played in the playoffs with a herniated disc, and I ran a marathon in a herniated disc.
I feel like we should have like a disclaimer: do not do this at home. Like, do not go against medical advice. I mean, I've done it too, but just maybe take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, highly unrecommend. 1 star.
So you have surgery coming up in a couple weeks.
I do. I'm penciled in for May 12th for a microdiscectomy, which is a 6 to 8 week recovery time, which totally blows because it's my entire summer. So I won't be running. I won't be playing golf, and I don't even think I can bend or twist for 2 to 4 weeks. So yeah, it's going to be fun. And I live alone. So that's
what about
great.
The dogs?
Yeah, I left them the list to take care of me.
You're going to have to train them how to
really
get you
well.
Food and drinks out of the fridge.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I got 8 days to get that.
Oh my God.
down pat. So no, my mom's going to come down and help me, and then my boyfriend, he'll help me, but I'm very stubborn and I won't ask for help until.
Who's going to wipe your ass?
Probably my mom. She's
Eric asking the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, I broke my collarbone when I was 25 and my mom wiped my ass then. So she'll do it again. My mom will wipe my ass until she can't wipe my ass. So she's the real all-star in this.
She is the real VIP.
Go, Mom.
She's
MVP,
the
I should
best.
say. She's the MVP.
Yes. My mom also loves hockey.
Yes, I love your mom. Your mom's the best.
Yeah. She played in college too. That's
No
another
way.
podcast.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
We'll bring her on. We'll bring her on to the On the Runs Hockey Pod. Lindsey, how was the end of your race?
Branching out.
So I didn't stay in Boston, although it took my dad and I a long time to get back to his car. It was a lot of walking, which I didn't want to do after running a marathon, and it was raining. And then, yeah, my dad said, "Oh, I think I parked like 2 miles away from the train station." I was like, "Wait, what? Are you kidding me?" He exaggerated. It was like a mile, but
Probably felt like 2 miles for him.
he actually did a lot of walking, and he's 75, so it felt really bad that he did all this walking to like only see me cross the finish line and like barely see me cross the finish line because he was kind of far away. And then like we didn't go out to eat or anything in Boston. It was just basically like just doing all this annoying traveling. So I felt very lucky to have a dad like him. He dropped me off at my car, which was in Amherst. I'd met some of my friends to go down to Boston. And then I got home and my amazing husband, he had made homemade lasagna, like completely from scratch, and garlic bread. And yeah, so I had that waiting for me. It was pretty phenomenal. So yeah, it was amazing.
What a guy. He cooks
was
for
definitely-
you. He looks out for you. He doesn't let you run in shorts below freezing temperatures. What a guy.
He loves me. He is a good guy. He's playing video games. Can't hear me. So
Oh, yeah. Making the special appearance.
So we were so excited that we got to do a little bit of celebrating with you guys. Tara, I think you had set up the event at Mountain Base Brewery in Goffstown. So we got to hop down and see you guys and celebrate your accomplishment. Did you guys enjoy yourselves?
Yeah, it was awesome. Shout out to them, Mountain Base Brewery. Candace, she was awesome to work with, and she was very generous. I kind of set it up to like whoever didn't reach their goal for their charities, but I think everybody did. So I don't even know, she hasn't gotten back to me yet, but she donated $1 from every pint to a charity. So I think we're just going to put it towards mine, which is amazing. I'm still taking donations till May 12th. So, but everything was awesome. We had an awesome turnout. We had a bunch of, our 440 crew was there, their significant others, and then we had a bunch of Millennium Running people. So we had a pretty good turnout, and then you guys were there, obviously.
You had some random people show up, too.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
Lindsey, you were there and you were tired.
I was so tired. Wait, it was on Thursday, right? So I'd been up since like 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was pretty sleepy.
Oof.
Yeah. I think I ran like 10 miles that morning before
Got
work.
to see you in a dress, too.
That was the funniest thing ever, is that even at work, people are like, "Why are you all dressed up? What is going on?" I was like, "This isn't even that dressed up," but I'm in running clothes all the time. So of course it looks dressed up. Yeah. I had fun.
That night, we came to Mountain Base Brewery with a little surprise. I'm going to let Erika share this story with you guys, and it was a pretty epic moment, and I'm really happy we got to be a part of it. So, Erika, why don't you tell everyone how this started?
I will try to tell it in the most eloquent way I can. But right after Tara had posted her Boston recap, unfortunately, it didn't go the best way you had hoped, and they ran out of medals, and just all around shouldn't have happened. There were bandits. I don't know what. They just ran out. So that was unacceptable. But one of our other listeners, Lori, she's been following your journey, and she reached out to me and said, "I ran Boston as well. And I would like to give my medal to Tara because she deserves it so much. And she just wanted me to try to make it happen. So I was like, ding, ding. Okay, we're going to see Tara. We're going to go and see her at her celebration. So Lori sent me the medal and I was hanging on to it. I felt like a kid in a candy store, or like it was like burning a hole in my pocket. So
I wouldn't touch it because I said it's like the Stanley Cup. I haven't earned it yet.
But yeah, this just goes to show you the community that runners have. It blows my mind. I am so touched by the sentiment behind this, and it was just the most like kind thing I have experienced. And it wasn't even for me. Like I was just so blown away by the sentiment. So big shout out to Lori. And it was an honor to be able to put that medal around your neck, Tara.
So we showed up and we're talking and we're grabbing a couple drinks and we're just having a good time saying hi to people.
Yeah.
And we're like, so Tara, how you doing? How you feeling? And then I'm just like, I got to get this out of the way soon. Erica's like, please don't embarrass her. Please don't embarrass her. I'm like, hey, how do you do being the center
That's
of
why I made him sit, like he did the speech.
That
I was like,
funny.
I'm not good with public
So
speaking.
I think it went like this.
Just
I
you
think
do
I
it.
went, so did you ever get a medal yet? And you're like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, how do you do being the center of attention? And you're like, oh, I love it. It's fine. It's totally cool. I'm like, okay, let's go over here and let's talk to everybody for a second. And I said, can I have everyone's attention, please? I want to talk about Tara here, and we have a listener. I was like, I don't know if you guys know me. And one girl goes, you're Eric from On the Runs. I was like, yes, I am. All right. It threw me off, but I told
That was Sheila. Hi,
Sheila. That's right. So that was I told a quick story, and I don't think you knew what was coming.
I had no idea. When you asked me about the question about how do you feel about being the center of attention, I was like, all right, that's my jam, like cool with it. But I was like, oh my God, is he going to embarrass me? Like what? Like I had no clue whatsoever. And I was shocked. I was holding back the tears. I looked over at Erika. Erika was crying for me. So she helped me out with that one.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just,
Very emotional person.
Such a kind gesture, and it's like, if you're a runner, like races like that, like the medal means a lot. And for somebody to just give that to me, I mean, obviously I'm going to mail it back. It's actually on my counter right now to go out in the mail tomorrow because I got mine in the mail finally on Saturday. But it was just funny because that morning I said to my friend Holly, who was co-hosting with me, I said, it's kind of funny that I'm hosting this event as a medal celebration and I don't even have a medal. And I was like, I could wear my cool tinfoil blanket they gave me. But I showed up with my ocean trash jacket, or whatever they advertised this year's jacket as.
Ocean
I call it ocean.
Recycled?
Yeah, recycled garbage from the ocean purple.
Ocean
That's
trash.
that's the color. Yeah, no, it was fun. It was this big to do. Every year the jacket is like, oh my God, I hate it, or oh my God, I love it. And this year it was like a weird periwinkle, like whatever. It's the Boston
I
Marathon
loved
jacket,
it.
but the discussion.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was great.
We had this conversation with a few others in our group chat, Erika, and a few others in our group chat hated it. And I'm like, I think it's great, but I love gray, and I think
I didn't hate it. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah, and like people, it's funny because people were literally losing their minds over it, and they were coming up with all these. So somebody called it like ocean garbage purple, and I was like, I love that because it's
Oh my gosh.
made from recycled garbage.
Tara, remember in the group chat, I was like, it looks like something you should be wearing it like when you go to like a retirement home in Miami.
Yes.
Like you'll be like speed walking around the like 70 plus community.
Matching pants, tracksuit, kicking it around the retirement home. Got my lap in, Esther.
Esther.
Perfect.
So yeah,
I love it.
Back to the medal. That was like amazing. Like it's just kindness, like truly matters. And she like totally made my day, and it was just super nice. And it was just awesome. And she's so sweet. She started following me on Instagram after you guys did my first interview. And her son is actually in the Navy, and she donated towards my fundraiser. And
No way.
we've been liking our stuff back and forth. And I think in her, if you look at her Instagram, I think it's at Flat Lori. Her description just said, I might be the proudest Navy mom in all of 200 and however long the Navy's been around. But she sent me a really sweet message when she donated and was like, my son's in the Navy. Thanks for doing this. And she donated. And she gave me a lot of money too. Like, not that that matters, but like, it wasn't like $5 or
It's
20.
a total stranger, and
a
they're
decent
dropping
amount.
a
Yeah.
lot of dough on you. That's awesome.
Right.
Yeah. Somebody who just listened to a podcast. So thanks, guys, for the assist. And I made a new friend.
Yes, and if you ever
Oh,
think about
I
doing
love it.
100-miler, I think you got to hire Lori.
Oh, she will get you there.
Yeah.
Lori is good people.
Well, my plan was to do hamster wheel, but kind of going to be broken for a while. So, but I'm going to have a new back. So watch out. Like, I'm going to come back as like even a better golfer and like super fast. Like, it's going to be
Bionic.
ridiculous. Yeah. Like, you guys think I'm crazy like now, like watch out.
I can't wait.
I'll welcome you with open arms. We're all
I
crazy
expect
here.
your drive on the golf course to grow about 50 yards.
Yeah. Now that I can make like a full rotation, it's going to be amazing.
You're going to go pro.
Yeah, right. On the senior tour.
It's okay. Happy birthday, by the way, coming up. This will be out. What day is your birthday?
May 25th, the big 4-0.
Okay. Well, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
And you'll be, if you need anything, let Erika know. Erika will go grocery shopping for you. She will do anything from getting you food.
I'm more reliable than he is. So,
I have responsibilities.
Honestly, I would.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
Well, and shout out to your rock star mom because she's cheering for you like one of the greatest moms, and then she's going to be wiping her ass a few weeks later. So,
yeah, she has it all. She's got like the toolbox. She's got everything in the toolbox. Like, amazing.
Well, this was fantastic. It is well past some of your bedtimes. It is Tuesday night, so you're not waking up early, but are you getting up early still for the gym?
Yeah, my alarm is set for 3 a.m.
Okay, I'm going to give you the opportunity now that it's both your second appearance on the pod to pick another song.
Oh, I'm not ready for this.
Spot.
I need a pen. Oh, okay. We're good.
God, you know what? I was thinking about this the other day when I was listening to an episode, and I was like, I had a song, and now it has escaped me. So, Lindsey, if you want to jump in.
I have a song. It's my current favorite when I'm running. It's Play Your Part, Part 2 by Girl Talk. It's fun.
I have to write it down. I will forget otherwise. Normally, I would just put it right in Spotify, but we're doing the video thing, so I don't want to mess that up.
I mean, I have been listening to like old school hip hop lately, and I got
Which
into
is
like,
great.
yeah, like not like hip hop rap. And I've been on a Juvenile kick. So
No way.
do we have Back That Ass
No
Up?
way.
Yes.
I don't think that's on there, so that's so good.
It's like I loved it the other day on Spotify, so it's like at the top, and I get in my car and I'm like at 3 a.m. I'm like, whoa, okay, I'm not that person right now. Tone it down. But it gets me going.
Take it down a notch there.
Perfect.
Yeah, I saw that the other day on like a TikTok or a reel. It was like songs of the 90s or the 2000s or something, and that one made it.
Yes. It's such a great
Wasn't
song.
that the like, you're a millennial when you hear like the beat drop and people are like doing like typing and then they hear like that and they're like,
I can't even understand half
that.
the words he
I
says
forget what
during
all
that
the
song.
songs. Hypnotize is one of them.
Like Mace and Puff Daddy. That's on my
Oh,
playlist
yeah.
Yes,
too.
Mason
Yeah, that's
Puff
a good one.
Daddy. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this was fantastic. Thank you for coming back on and telling us about Boston. Good luck with your surgery and post-surgery. And Lindsey, keep kicking ass out there. Keep making amazing cupcakes, the official baker.
Oh, I will.
And if I ever pick up golf, it's not going to happen. But if I ever do, I'll call you and I'll get some coaching.
Yes, 100%.
I need some pointers.
Oh, that's right. I saw you were golfing down in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, I
I'm
got a
so proud.
sunburn like you wouldn't believe. I had fun, but yeah, I'll definitely pick your brain for some tips.
Absolutely.
We'll have you back for the roundtable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe I'll jump into Tara's place on the 440 crew when she's injured. We'll see.
Do it.
You got big shoes to
It won't
fill.
be
I do.
me.
Yeah, I do.
Not it. I'll be sleeping soundly and dreaming of you guys.
Let me know the next time you're going to be at the bowling alley near the Auburn traffic circle, okay?
I will.
All right. Ladies, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
It was fun.
We love you. Lindsey, Tara, you guys are excellent guests. We love having you on. I wish that the Boston experiences could have gone better for Tara, but we're just super
Still went
pumped
pretty
that
good.
you guys finished. You did so well. I mean, what more can you say? It's Boston.
You got to say, though,
crushed it.
if Tara never got hurt, we would have never had that amazing moment with the medal.
That's right.
Yeah,
well,
things happen
not
for
that
a
I
reason.
hope for any of that. Oh,
Well, things happen for a reason.
but she's having her surgery soon,
And she's gonna be stronger
gonna
than ever.
Back to normal,
Right.
back 100%.
Right.
Can't wait.
110%.
Yeah.
She's going to be stronger and better, and she's going to
She'll be
drive that
great.
golf ball further down the fairway.
Oh, totally.
Going to PR the Boston Marathon. Well, I definitely think she'll PR the Boston Marathon. Yeah, no, awesome interview. Love those girls. They're great. The only thing that sucked about that interview, no cupcakes.
Yeah, it stinks when we're by ourselves. We need
Yeah.
that round table. We just need to
Yeah.
make it happen.
Yeah. Well, and
Soon enough,
we want
yeah.
cupcakes too.
Lindsay's got plenty of time to prepare.
What's your shirt say?
Oh, dude, I love this shirt. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, it says world's okayest runner. Meh. Not great, but also not the worst. So this is my Sarah Marie Running Company shirt, and I'm actually an ambassador for them now. I have like my own code and everything. Like that's really
Oh,
freaking
very cool. Do share.
If you want 10% off, this is our only promo. Like I don't get paid for this or anything, but use code Erika on the runs.
Really?
Yeah,
Seriously,
I'm
it's on the
serious.
runs?
Erika on the runs. ERIKA on the runs.
No way. That's
For
actually
10%
kind of
off.
cool. It's kind of cool. I do like mine.
But you know what other cool shirt?
I mentioned earlier about the Run, Walk, Brew shirt, which we're going with Run, Walk, Brew Crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of like a radio station, RWBC. You were listening to 106.9 RWBC, your home for the classic hits.
See, as cool of a shirt that is, Sarah Marie Running Company doesn't sell that. But you know what you can get? The shirt that the Rullet had the other day that says, fuck it, I'm going running.
Yeah. Well,
it's so good.
if you want to get this shirt, actually, you can get it
That's
if you
true.
join the Run, Walk, Brew Crew running club through Total Image, which
It says it on the back. Total Image Running. on
does
the back.
it?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't notice? Yeah.
Wait,
I
what?
shit you not. It says
Hold
Total
on.
Image. Do you want me to take
Oh
a picture?
my God,
and
it
show you?
does.
Total Image Running on
Look
the
at
back.
that. It says it.
You know what? I was wearing that shirt today actually, and I had to go into Harbor Freight, and I was going in as a guy was exiting. He goes, the brew's the best part, and I was like, I know.
Yeah.
It's a conversation starter, if nothing else.
No, I love it. I'm looking forward to our run on Wednesday because I missed the last couple.
Oh, I really hope I can make it. I just have so much prep to do before the race on
All right,
Saturday.
let's talk about your
Okay.
race. What's
Yes.
going on? Big race. Okay, everybody listening, this is the last podcast.
Last call.
Yeah, last podcast before the big event coming up this Saturday, 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Dog
Arms
friendly.
Park. Yep. Arms Park, Manchester.
You can bring strollers and run with babies.
Yep.
A lot has gone into this. Do you want to talk about it now?
I mean, it's a lot of.
There's a lot of stuff.
I have such a respect for people who do this for a living. I mean, just keeping track of vendors and making sure stuff comes in on time and
every time
trying
I
to
come
promote. I'm not the best at it, but
every
trying.
time I'm trying to do it for
he's
you.
doing a great job.
I do all your
And
promotions.
I couldn't do any of this without Chris and Lisa from Total Image because they're basically walking me through this so I can take it over in the future, and they're just wonderful. I could not have done this without them.
Every time I come into your house on Mondays, you have something else going on, and you're
Oh my
you're always
God.
working, you're always prepping,
And now it's crunch time.
Yeah.
Like I've got totes and cups and bins and waters and granola bars.
honestly,
and
I'm excited. And I
Yeah.
think it's really cool. I think
I-
what you're doing is really cool.
I just want to put on a great race for you guys. So if you can come down and run, that's awesome. If you want to do it virtually, that's awesome too. If you want to volunteer, I will love you forever. We still need.
I'm
some
volunteering.
Yeah,
want to volunteer with me, guys? Come hang out with me.
Yes, we're gonna post that link because we need more volunteers.
And
we
hey-
need like 5, 6, 7 more volunteers. So
I think you need five.
if you're
from
not
the last
busy,
count.
come join us on Saturday
So-
morning.
So I won't do this every time, but guys, I promised, and we came through. Perfect weather. Might be a tint warm. You're gonna need sunscreen. If you're like me, you're gonna need sunscreen.
Hat.
Guys,
Wear a
I
hat.
promise you perfect weather, and I came through.
So glad we could deliver.
I totally came through.
Yes, that's the important part.
So
But we would love to see you in one capacity or another. So if you have a free Saturday, come on down.
yeah, guys, don't miss out on this. Don't miss out. And guys, especially dads out there, the next day is Mother's Day. Don't forget. It's Mother's Day coming up.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big event. Well, that was a fun interview. I guess our Boston you know what?
We're always going to have Boston
our
content.
Boston content
I mean, maybe
is not over.
quite as heavy.
We plan to
but-
talk to a few other people. We just haven't found the time.
Mhm.
You know, time zones and stuff.
It
Amanda's in
happens.
Hawaii. Steve doesn't check his notifications. Dave, we're
Calling
gonna
you
get.
out, Steve.
I'm gonna try to get Dave for an Instagram live.
Mhm.
Congrats to everyone who ran marathons this past weekend.
Yeah, it was rough out there for everybody.
Yeah, it was either hot or
Rainy.
wet. Yeah.
There was no in
Yeah.
between.
But next weekend it's going to be perfect, like I said. So
Yep.
I'm excited.
But I can't wait to tell you guys more about how this whole race directing thing went. But like I said, couldn't have done it without Chris and Lisa.
I'm still kind of stuffed up, as you can tell.
Mhm.
And we've been talking now for quite a while. We just had another great interview.
Yeah, it's like 9:30 almost. Neither of us have eaten dinner.
I did get chicken tenders from a gas station.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm running on empty.
Well, yeah, I knew I didn't have time to like get food, and I knew this could be a long night. And so I was smart this time, unlike last week. So we'll start doing what? Subs?
Subs.
Yeah, subs. So love you all, but it's 9:19. We've been working for hours here to get some really good content and interviews, and Erika needs to get some rest. What time are we going to meet Saturday? What time are we meeting Saturday?
Let's have you there around 6:30.
Oh, that's actually really good. I thought that was
It's not bad.
I was expecting earlier.
I mean, I might renege on
Oh,
that.
no.
I gotta talk to my correspondents.
All right.
But
All right.
I will be there earlier, I'm sure.
Well, that was awesome. Thank you, Tara and Lindsey, for coming back on the pod. Thank you, everyone who listens. You guys rock.
Shout out our Patreons because we love you too.
Yeah. And I think there's still a few more spots left for the special giveaway you're going to do.
I hate saying that we have spots, but I
Well,
mean,
that's right. There's we have
I will
unlimited spots.
I will keep ordering for whoever wants
All right. So
to do stuff.
All right.
And I haven't sent them out yet, so thank you for everybody who has sent me your address. I am working on it. We want to make a cute little story for you, so we'll prep that and then send those out to you.
Well, if you are not a Patreon yet and you want to be, you easily can if you join us at patreon.com/ontheruns. Follow our Instagram at ontheruns.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're enjoying what we're doing and you think others would too, go out there and share the podcast. A lot of you have been doing that lately, and we really appreciate that, getting this out there. So share the podcast.
That's how we grow.
Yeah, if there's a way to rate or write a comment, do that for us. That would be awesome. We don't ask that everyone, but it just popped in my head right there.
Speaking of that, totalimagerunning.com/TI10. That brings you to the registration page, and you can find the volunteer page there too. So please volunteer.
And pretty much going forward, you can find a link on our Instagram every day this week going
yes, we can.
up to the race.
Yep.
So, because I'll be posting that.
And I will be also posting that.
All right.
So, sorry to spam you, but it's happening.
It's happening. We will
Saturday
see
is
you
coming
guys
soon.
on Saturday.
Hopefully. Please come down.
The weather's going to be great. Take us home, girl.
We love you all. Don't forget to stretch.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you so much, Terry and Lindsay, for coming
the
on the
fuck up.
podcast. You are truly amazing girls.
See, I don't have to do this anymore. You can just take it over. Boom.
Never. Never
You
leave
suck.
me. If you leave me, I'll be heartbroken. Don't ever leave
There
me.
will be no pod. Nah, Nicole will probably change this pod.
You're not replaceable. No way.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Let's go, podcast.